Emmanuel Amunike has scored for Nigeria. Goal that wins the first ever footballing gold medal for Nigeria.
To continue their impressive run to place Edo State in the continental map.
Toby Amazon, look at the clock. I cannot believe it. She's done it again. 2 world records in one night. And she makes history by becoming Nigeria's first world champion.
Alex Iwobi decides to go early. Chukwueze shapes the shoot, gets some space. It's Osimhen.
Yes, we are so excited. 4 days before hostilities gets on the way at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Nigeria will be making a 18th appearance at the Games with 87 athletes representing the nation across 12 sports. The show is SPORTSVILLE. The regulars are in the studio. Tony Ubani is unavoidably absent, but not to worry. 5-time Olympian Bose Kafo is here, as well as Raymond, and the big man himself, Frankie Laboya, is also staging a return. Nigeria's #1 table tennis star, Aruna Quadri, would be joining us later on the show live from Paris. We'll be talking to us on his preparation as well as what Nigerians should expect from table tennis. So much to talk about on today's package. Stick around, SPORTSVILLE.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. One expert will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. One expert will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Problem there, and Hill's in a good position.
Hill to second, so Nigeria second, Japan third, Great Britain fourth, and Clinton Hill would fancy himself here. A real chance. Williamson for the USA will get the goal. Hill's gone through to second. You can't see that, but Clinton Hill's gone very early. I hope he hasn't gone too early. USA lead, Australia at second. He's gone a long way out. He must hang on now. He spent some penny. The Americans are bolted away. Australia could get a silver medal. 1956 was the only time. We are going to get the silver. USA are clear, and Australia is going to come home with a silver medal. Nigeria third.
That is sensational, Fritz. I've got to say that word. It is. That is amazing. Hill just ran a magnificent run.
Yes, Sydney 2000 Olympics, the blast from the past. One stage where the likes of Enefio Kudobongo rose to global reckoning. It reminds you of that feat at the men's 4x400 meters relay. So much to really talk about. Bose, feels great to have you back. Blast from the past. It takes you back to when Nigeria truly rose at the very highest level.
Yes, nice having me back. It was very fantastic in 2000 and Sydney. Way back then, late Sunday Bada ran a very fantastic race with Eni Effiong. And Eni Effiong, if you look at it now, where is he? He's supposed to be at the Nigerian with the Nigerian team, actually doing great thing. However, it's not going to be the Nigerian team. It will be in a country in Saudi Arabia, and I don't think that reflects a very good thing to ex-athletes. And I believe that Effiong had a PhD, and then he ran. He is very good. He was working with the Lagos State Sports Commission as a technical director. So what happened that he actually ended up in Saudi Arabia?
Well, interesting. And we also have Raymond in the studio. Raymond, feels great to have you back.
Yeah, Salut, since it is France, let me say bienvenue and not a program. Sportsville on channels. This is a lovely Sunday. Just telling everybody this is the moment we've been waiting for. France or Paris 2024. Paris do me 24, as the French people would say it. Please note that if you are going to France. And glad, also good to be here for Sportsville this lovely Sunday.
Wow, you know what to expect once Raymond is in the studio, setting the tone for plenty of fireworks. And we also have Frankie Labia. Frank, it's great to have you back. The Olympic fever is finally upon us.
Well, nice to be back. Of course, I'm trying to reflect on that wonderful race. I was in Sydney 2000, and that was when the spirit of Nigeria was actually revived. We saw that those athletes ran the race of their lives, and that is exactly what I think the takeaway for today. Those who are going to the Olympics, should be able to, do something extraordinary. For you to be successful, you have to do something extraordinary. And that is exactly what the late Bada, Anefiok and co did in Sydney.
Wow, interesting. Plenty to truly talk about, and we hope that the younger athletes of this generation will be able to borrow a leaf from that as they fly Nigeria's colours at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Team Nigeria's quest for glory in Paris. Let's begin to look at 12 events, precisely 12 sports, and we'll be looking at 87 athletes flying the country's colours across 12 sports. Expectations. Football kickstarts in just a couple of days. The Falcons' first game against Brazil. We'll be talking about that much later. But let's look at our chances, especially in athletics and other sports. A
reminder of what we want to see. That clip we just saw a couple of seconds ago was when Nigeria used to be great, as Mr. Frank had said earlier. I'm just hoping that we're going to see movements like that. The athletes in different camps, they are all settling down now, making sure they do good business for Nigeria. I want to believe that they are highly motivated. There are still one or two of them, like the 800 meters runner, still saying that he's going to arrive at camp just a few hours to the games and all. I would have wanted a situation whereby everybody arrive on time, like the Falcons you mentioned, like our team that played Germany on Friday. I'm talking about the basketball team. They took on Germany on Friday. I think high level preparation, all that should be able to come by way of good results. Let's have our runners, our boxers, our table tennis players, all the sports. Let them go there and distinguish themselves. We're talking Bada, we're talking Anefiok and Co today because of what they did for Nigeria. The time of Konyegwashi and the rest of them. When you go there and the results do not come, your name will not be in history. Good enough, there's motivation coming from, at least from the House of Sports first, 100 million naira. I hope that will be a good largesse. I hope there wouldn't be controversies over the phones that are being distributed by the official sponsor of the Olympics, because some people prefer to call it machine. Quality phones being given to athletes. Some time ago, it caused problems in Nigerian camp. I hope Nigerian athletes, team Nigerian athletes, or the officials in particular, will be given, or they will give the athletes these phones so that everybody remain focused, so that there will be total, team chemistry. Everybody do it together so that at least we have glorious moments. I don't have too many names I want to bank on. Musa and of course, the jumper.
Yes.
That's a Brume. Apparently a potential gold medalist, at least with $5,000 to go for. I mean, that is something enticing. Something the athletes should aim to win, and which is better. But of course, they say, at all, not bad. Let Nigerian athletes wake up and come home. And of course, we are ever here to celebrate them, particularly if they do this country proud.
Frank, 38 athletes across the sprint event, athletics, to be precise. Our expectation, hopes are high for Toby Amuson, but we should be able to look beyond Toby Amuson and also begin to look at areas like the relays. We just saw in a film far back in 2000.
No, I don't want to look at one particular event. Like you said, we are taking part in so many events, but I just want to look at our preparation. Will you say that we are prepared well? That is the question I'm asking. Will anybody say we are prepared well? Yeah, we are spending about 2 weeks in Germany now, a training tour. But is that how to prepare for our Olympics? I remember after Sydney, I remember after the one that followed in Athens, I remember even the last one in Tokyo. The matter has also, we will start preparation now, 4 years on. But have we started that preparation?
So I don't think, I don't think we have done well in terms of preparation. But again, in terms of Nigerian spirit, yes, we could just do well. We're hoping on Toby Amusa on the screen. We're also hoping on Ese Brume. We may also get surprised somewhere. But my worry is that we did not prepare well. Raymond spoke about motivation just now. I don't know what he's talking about, $5,000 US. 4 years ago, the same federal government offered $50,000 US for gold. 10,000 for silver and 5,000 for bronze. Now today is the reverse of the case.
Maybe they say signs of the time and all of that, but it's not good enough.
What I'm saying. So don't even talk about motivation, because if you do
it's not there.
So most of these athletes remember 4 years ago in Tokyo, and now if the team has been downgraded for whatever reason, they begin to ask questions. But that is not even the issue. But the minister has said that we must surpass,
past achievements.
Yes, or we must, surpass what we did in Atlanta 96, where we won 2 gold among other medals we won. I'm hoping that we should be able to do that as a Nigerian. I'm praying, because that is our matter in this country. I'm praying that we should be able to do that and win medals. But, let it be known today that if we must win medals, we must learn how to prepare on time. Those that are, cruising home with medals, the Americans, the Chinese, the Canadians, prepare 4 years. Olympic is not all Africa Games. It's not a tea party. This is the best of the best. So if we must be able to do that, we need 4 years to prepare. 4 years. 2 weeks in Germany or wherever, we don't give us the type of result we desire. This country is more than 200 million, 200 million individuals, and we should be, struggling, among the best in the world, because we have the human capital, we have the resources, and we have everything going for us.
Wow, interesting. Boss, let's look at the role of financial motivation for athletes. At this time, we were unable to. I thought even if we were unable to surpass what we gave to the athletes, what was on paper to be given to the athletes at the last Olympics, we would have been able to maintain that standard.
No, I think, yeah, sorry, Matthew. I think we should be asking Boss what the role motivation plays. She's a fighter.
I was listening. When you're talking about motivation, you have inside motivation and external one. The external one is what you're talking about.
And the monetary terms.
That's an incentive. Yes. It's not even motivation. It's an incentive, financial incentive. That one is out of it. You can't write about it. We are not incentivized the athlete enough. 5,000 to win an Olympic gold medal is different from when an American could win a gold medal of $100,000. So 5,000 is out of it. 15,000 is not. Don't even mention. We are not doing enough, because these athletes, you don't give them any contract of their lifetime. You don't give them a contract that say that if you are in the team for 4 years and you get to the Olympics, these are the things you'll be gaining. So we don't have a lifespan. And so to come in 4 years, to come and say you are giving a gold medal, if you say just don't give anything. In fact, just don't say that.
Yes, interesting. But Boss, just nailing it just the way.
But this one is also important, Matthew.
You hold on, we'll go on a breather, and when we return, Aruna Quadri is standing by to join us on the show live from Paris. Remember, he would be competing against some of the best as far as table tennis is concerned. Stick around, it's still SPORTSVILLE.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Yes, you're welcome back. The show is still SPORTSVILLE. We head up straight to Paris now, where Nigeria's table tennis star, precisely Nigeria's #1 table tennis star, Aruna Quadri, joins us live. Aruna, a pleasure having you join us on the show.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be with you on the show.
Yes, just 4 days before hostilities gets on the way at the Olympics proper. I talk to Nigerians. How has it been for you? How will you describe your preparations, and what are your expectations precisely?
Immediately we finished in Tokyo, the preparation started already. And I played several international tournaments in different places. So I can say that I'm well prepared. I was in different training center. The goals remains the same. You know, everyone wants to do very well. Everyone wants to win medal. But sometimes it's not always about winning medal. You know, it's about giving your best. Don't forget 2016. I was very close to winning medal. I got to quarterfinal in Rio de Janeiro. And, you know, in 4 years after, it was not really the same kind of performance. But of course, it is what it is. It is sport, you know. Nothing is really, really for sure. But of course, this time around, I strongly believe that I will give my best and see how it will go. You know, nothing is really, really for sure. Also, don't forget it's Olympic Games. It is the biggest of all. So everyone is well prepared.
Yes, now to the much more keen one. Nigerians are so expectant. You've been to the Olympics over and over again. The Asians have dominated at this level. And the concern is that where do you stand in the mix of teams at this time if you're to rate your chances, especially against these Asian stars?
I can say something like against the Chinese, it is like 60-40. And the other Asian players, I can tell you in a very good way that it is like 50-50. I won against some Chinese players, and I am just yet to win against world number 1 and world number 2, Wan Chukin and Frank Sendong. But every other Asian players, I won against almost all of them. So against the non-Chinese, I can say it's like 50-50. But of course, nothing is for sure. They are well prepared. I'm also well prepared. But of course, I can say that against some other players, like from Pan American, some players from US, I have like 75 to 25% of chances of winning. Like, it's really positive. I really don't want to be mentioning names, but it doesn't mean someone is from Japan, Korea, that is very, very sure of winning. And that is what I mean. Against the Chinese, it's like 60-40. Somehow they are favorite, but you know, anything can happen. And the other ones from Asia, it is like 50-50. You know, I played in Grand Smash in Singapore. I played in Saudi. I won against several Asian players. But of course, like I said, nothing is really for sure. And, you know, everyone is well prepared. It's Olympic Games. It is the biggest of all. Everyone wants to do very well. So my objectives remain the same, to do much more better than in Tokyo and get something better than in Rio de Janeiro.
Yes, lastly, before we let you go, training is key, and being able to also save your energy for the court is also highly imperative at this time. Talk to Nigerians on your training routines and what you also do to ensure that you put yourself in a better shape so you don't burn out before your very first game.
For me, it's of two ways. When I was under 30 years, I practiced like 5 hours every day, 2 times a day, morning and afternoon. And I was doing like 3 times gym section, physical fitness training. And presently I am 35. My body is not really the same. So I do not practice 2 times anymore. But these days I practice once, probably 2 hours a day. And I do a lot of physical fitness. You know, I work with someone who is into physical fitness, and this is really what has been keeping me going. The matches are like 3-3, 3-2, 4-3, and in this situation, you know, you need like some kind of more energy. You need to be very fit. So I do a lot of physical fitness these days and less practice on the table.
Wow, interesting conversation. Thank you very much for making our time to join us on the show. Aruna Kodri, we say all the best to you and the rest of the team in Paris. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Matthew Okube.
Wow, Bosse, Aruna saying it says against the Asians, it is more like 50-50 for him. 50-50. And against others, he takes pole position, and he feels that against table tennis stars from other continents, it is more like 70 that is going to take them to the cleaners.
Yes, he actually said that against the Asians is like 60-40.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the speed of the game. But with the likelihood of those South Americans, the Europeans, because he stayed in their midst, they train together, they play together. It's 50-50, or he has that little bit of an edge over there, which is fantastic. But during the Olympics, like you said something, the burnout, Arnold doesn't train like 8 hours a game.
He talked about his age.
His age factor, which is very, very important.
Yeah.
And then that means that those athletes that you are keeping in the team that are more than a particular age could not perform like that. He knew that.
Level, yes.
So he increased his fitness level because he stayed more on the table and reduced the aspect of
the technicalities.
Technicalities.
Yeah, let me come in here, Boss and Matthew. Yeah, that is your area, table tennis. But my worry is that what can Haruna Quadri do in this Olympics, like the previous one? You know, we have always had high expectations prior. But at the end of the day, you know, do you see Haruna? I mean, can Nigeria say that Haruna will win their gold?
Yeah, there's some more tire.
Yes.
I know. Okay, talking about
there's some those ones are going for a ride. What are their chances of winning medals? What are the things Nigerians want to hear?
The matter is that most of these athletes is good for exposure. They are going for a ride. You know, let us put our hope in Abuson. Let's all put our hope on Brume, you know, and probably wrestling. Wrestling.
So, Raymond, I would like you to speak on the wrestling team. Expectations are high.
Let me just comment.
The wrestling team under Gali, you know, there's a lot of prospects.
They'll be fantastic.
Yeah, if they don't win, because they are not good enough. But I just feel that these are the areas. But in terms of table tennis and whatever, they are going for a cruise.
I guess we can say that because we have not had these fantastic feasts so long, like we're having Aruna now. Aruna, yes, Aruna. That's what I said earlier. That the preparation is not because the athletes have not prepared.
But can you put your money that Aruna will win medal?
I could put my money for Aruna now.
I'll put my money on wrestling team.
You see, Aruna is in the midst. The only player that Aruna has not defeated that will be coming to the Olympics is the world number one.
Number one, yeah. And he also mentioned that.
He's the world number one. I've watched him and he lost.
I'm very excited if Haruna comes out with a medal because the guy has been consistent, he has been pushing.
That is where we need that is where we need. You see, when it comes to a game like this, you don't say prayer.
Absolutely.
That is no. You don't say prayer. It is what you have already
that you'll be able to give. Hold on. Let's look at the prospect for boxing as well as the wrestling side. Quickly, Raymond.
For wrestling, I'll be disappointed if a wrestler does not win a gold medal.
A medal?
No, a gold medal in wrestling.
Going by the standard.
I can confidently say that regarding the Nigeria's wrestling team. They've been well tutored. All their training programs have been quite okay.
Top-notch, yeah.
They've been like that right from the last Olympics to the present Olympics. You know, they can win a medal, a gold medal, not just any medal of any color. My worry is boxing team. We don't seem to be as strong as we used to be some years ago.
Boxing is just making a return now.
No, but it's very unfortunate. Yeah, and there's some form of latest crisis in that team. Yeah. Do you know the Nigerian team over there does not have the head coach? The head coach of Nigerian team, Tony Okoyegwashi, has been, suspended? His name for no reason has been offered the official list. Reason being that he complained that allowances have not been paid. So they are saying that he was the one complaint to the media, and so it's since been dropped. And so the Nigerian team trained in Ibadan before they progressed to Europe now,
Germany,
without the head coach.
He
has gone to Abuja hoping to at least make his own explanations. Now, it is apparent that those athletes were owed allowances. Forget about whether it was Tony Konyegwashi or not. Because recently we heard that allowances that had been owed were paid some of the Team Nigeria athletes. Yeah. So why are you now making Tony Konyegwashi a scapegoat in this matter? And
you now took someone who happens to be around the team more like a sparring partner to the boxers. You now gave him the responsibility to lead the boxers to the Olympics. If the minister is watching, for me, absolutely, this is an aberration.
It's very unfortunate.
This is an aberration. And we must not allow things like this to stand.
Even the athletics team too. I learned that most of the athletes were not picked on merit. That I know, but this is not the time to criticize. The Olympics just 4 days away. They said we should wish Nigeria well, but I know very well that some time ago we were always certain of who would win medals. Like I'm talking about wrestlers, talking about Amuson and S.A. Brume. That is how it should be when it's the Olympics.
Let hear from
not guesswork.
Let hear from the
guesswork.
Talking about this thing is very sad. And
which of the things now?
Which of them? Many issues.
The first one, they're talking about
boxing.
The boxing coach not being
dropped.
This was someone who had been with the team for ages, and then because
he was at the African Games, he was at the African Championship.
Gentlemen, I'm surprised that the way boss. I'm surprised that the way people are talking about a particular coach was not Peter Ward. Here is a boss Kafo. 5 years Olympian, master is
sports science?
Sports science, master in ethics, and she's here analyzing why she's supposed to be part of that team.
Abandon
is there a better qualified athlete in Nigeria? The girl that has made her name. Excuse me, it's not because you are here. Assuming that Bose was not educated, I say, oh, it was just an athlete.
Yeah.
But this is an asset.
Who has it?
To Nigeria. The other time we're talking about NFL.
Yeah.
You know, when you leave your best, players behind,
best hands
behind. I'm talking about Koyewache. It's just unfortunate. It has always been. Here's a Bose Kafo. He's supposed to be in team now. Somebody who have been there 5 times, it's not a job.
It's the mediocrity we're talking about.
Interesting. There are several very days to truly look forward to as far as the Olympics is concerned. You can't take this thing away from the Nigerian system, bringing all kinds of shenanigans to ride above merit. How do you talked about dropping a coach who has been with the team for over a decade for someone who is more like, who is in the team to understudy the same coach, an observer, to lead the boxing team, and you say you are expecting a medal. Man, I just hope that we'll be able to find our ways around this. The Falcons are set for their very first game of the Olympics against the Brazilian side on Thursday. We'll build up to that fixture. We'll be looking at this and more at the other side.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Yes, the Falcons quest for Olympic glory starts precisely on Thursday when they file out against a top side, the Brazilian national side, with Mata still waxing very, very strong and leading the team to file out against Nigeria. Raymond, your expectation, the group for the Falcons, a tough group, no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely the toughest group. And I thought this was making a return to the Olympics after almost 16 years. As far as women football is concerned, we are going to be luckier with the parents. But facing Brazil, facing Spain, and of course Japan, it's a tough one for Nigeria, I tell you. But let's begin with Brazil. The confidence is growing. Forget about the results in that friendly against Canada a few days before now. The girls are fully settled in Bordeaux, where they will play that again against Brazil. A good start for them will really put them, bring a lot of confidence to the team. But apparently they are underdogs at the moment. Tougher teams, tougher fixture than it was when they did well at the last World Cup.
Yes,
I hope they will get it right.
Yes, after the girls are also expected to file out against our world champion Spain precisely on the 28th, on Saturday, the 28th of July, before their final group game of the tournament against Japan on the 31st of this month. So plenty of expectation for the Falcons. We hope the girls will be able to turn the corner. So much of expectation from the likes of Asisat Oshola as well as Rashidat Ajibade. We'll be signing out on the other side. Stick around.
Davido, you've been nominated in multiple award categories. How do you stay winning?
Simple. I keep my eyes on the game.
Wow, interesting conversation we've had looking at the Olympics, Nigeria's chances in all sports, including the Falcons' quest for Olympic glory. As I would always say, continue to keep a positive mindset, put yourself first and keep praying for Nigeria. Bye for now. I'm Matthew Kugbe.
Emmanuel Amunike has scored for Nigeria. Goal that wins the first ever footballing gold medal for Nigeria.
To continue their impressive run to place Edo State in the continental map.